Good morning, everybody. Welcome for the Vajrayogini empowerment. Thank you so much, Drupchö, for giving us this empowerment.
Thank you.
And welcome everyone online. Thank you for joining.
Okay, payable. Yellow book, payable. Dollar, don't worry, chibi, no bar, chibi, gay, tarwa, damji, chambe, water, chiba, damji, jesu, chibi, my namka, don, yambi, semchen, damji, deva, don, dongar, tanchi, nyortu, lana, me bara, yanta, bara, zobe, chanchu, rembo, che, to, bara, cha, lada, donra, chibi, jai, no, bara, chibi, gay, tarwa, don, Vardu Jubar Chiba Tamji Jesu Chibi Manam Kadan Yambi Semchan Tamji Deva Don Den Dunga She Nyordu Lana Mibar Yanta Bara Zove Chanjur Mbo Chito Bara Cha
Sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment.
Ti ji tu sam ma ji ji var tu lu nga yi song ge wa la ko ma shi var tu lu nga yi song ge wa la ko tu te ren ne song de ne ma san ta sam ji var tu lu nga yi song ge wa la ko
Until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Sanji Chudan Soji Chunan Lai Chanchu Bhatu Dani Japsun Chi Daki Jin So Jin Bi So Nam Chi Drula Pian Chi Sanji Druba Shu Sanji Chudan Soji Chunan Lai Chanchu Bhatu Dani Japsun Chi Daki Jin So Jin Bi So Nam Chi Drula Pian Chi Sanji Druba Shu.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Manam Kadan Yambi Semchen Damji Deva Dan Deve Judan Dembara Churji Dungal Dan Hagi Judan Chevara Churji Dungal Mibi Deva Dan Miji Churji Nyeren Shadan Nidon Cheve Ola Ne Bara Shurji Sambe Semchen Tamchi Devatan Deve Judan Dembara Churje Dungar Ge Judan Churje Dungar Mebe Devatan Medeva Churje Nyeren Chaban Idang Chebe Danyola Nebara Churje.
May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Chantse Wadan Chujin Yabadan Jesu Yeran Gushin Surwa Ye Gewa Jungzi Dake Jezaba Tamchi Zobe Changchu Chermo.
Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offering, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and praying, I dedicate it for the complete awakening of all beings.
Durje Janje Dele Narodam Marpa Mela Chuji Gambova Apamu Juva Java Jigomba Gaju Lama Namla Zorvande Zen Jarbu Sajuna Male Chanchu Semje Duzemen Rova Guna Pemba Ziba Bande Ade Shala Zorvande Dajan Tene Chanchu Mato Para Jubaran Jen Somje Nyam Shone Chanchu Semjo Jong Watan Chanchu Semje Xiandong Jie Barashu Jewa Gundu Yangda Madan Jeme Chuje Bela Long Juje Satan Lam Je Yuan Ra Zone Durje Changke Kombanyo
Vajrayogini, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Loka Kopa, Pagma Drupa, and Lord Drupchö. I pray to all the Kakyu Lamas. From his guru, King Serlingpa, he received the nectar medicine of bodhicitta and brought benefit to all sentient beings. I pray to glorious Satisha. From now until I attain enlightenment, may I also practice the three precious lineages, and through this may I perfect sublime bodhicitta and bring benefit to others with my bodhicitta. In all my lives may I never be separated from the perfect Guru. May I enjoy the glory of the Dharma, perfect the qualities of the bhumis and paths, and quickly attain the state of Vajradhara.
Saje Boju Chogyen Meto Chang Rira Lingye Nyende Jenbande Sanje Chenla Megye Puwaye Roku Namda Shindu Chuwayo Jansi Gunzo Lame Sona La Jelan Son Son Deyin Nijen Chu Dalu Long Chu Nansi Yong Yen Lame Choji Wudro Satu So.
The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the four planets, the sun, and the moon. I visualize and offer these as Buddha fields. May all sentient beings be born in the Pure Lands. I offer to gurus of three kayas complete, outer, inner, secret, and suchness offerings. taking my body, wealth, and all that there may be, I pray, please grant the unsurpassed supreme siddhi. Om Guru Deva Vajrayogini Ratna Shri
Semchen Namje Zambada Loye Chedra Chedava Chechon Dhumon Dhebari Chungi Guru So.
Please turn the wheel of Dharma of the greater, lesser, and common vehicles according to the dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings.
What the true chia, that's a thing. I go some chimaja, Sonji goes on the chimapa. Taban so she had go some longa is a chimat par jang with the chimat jayas. So I had one true chi. Tene Mundo Tomata, Tango Juba, and Yamna Karina wine and Ocean to Young Mundo Yata Casena. The that's a Nazo Pachimion, so much as on was the not so the wine, Wantler, Ropachine, two change in the Yaboyana. That he Tata Wank Neko. I didn't Yamnachi Neko Lazi, Pachimi on the Zonyachi, Mondo Tormasati, but La Shibat Tormatanachi, what it Chi, or that the Tambote True Chiachi.
So the preliminary for the preliminaries on the part of the Vajra Master have been performed, which is to do the self-empowerment. And then collectively we also have preliminaries to receiving the empowerment, which are primarily the cleansing and the offering of the torma to dispel obstructing forces. So the cleansing has the purpose of purifying the stains and defilements of the three doors. And so whatever, whatever impurities and defilements that are present, they're cleansed with this cleansing as the initial preliminary into entering the empowerment, which then enables us to be fully receptive to receiving the blessings of the empowerment, so that we become a proper vessel for the empowerment. And then we have the offering of the preliminary torma. So this is a part of any Dharma activity, essentially, whether we're doing a practice, whether we're... It's always important that we have the preliminary torma, which serves as like an initial kind of a peace offering to the different entities, spirits, harmful forces, obstructions that may allow them to, pacify whatever sort of negativities and potential obstacles to the process of empowerment, so that then they can assist us in our Dharma practice. And so specifically in the case of empowerment, this torma that's offered to dispel obstructing forces is so that there won't be any obstacles that interrupt the process of empowerment. And so we offer this this gift of the torma to spirits and non-human entities to pacify obstructing forces.
Che dara damba zamjen he lanam jin he so da la ye jun he da ba de ye da ke chu che bo wam sarva ta dang da am be khen ga de sama ye ya me andam these people. Om Benzara Sadhu Samaya Manu Balaya Benzara Sadhu Dino Badi Chande Me Baba Sudu Kayo Me Baba Subu Kayo Me Baba Anuradu Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Barayes Sarva Karma Susa Me Zidam Yam Guru Sadhu Samaya Manubalaya Bandra Sadhu Dino Badi Chadu Me Baba Sudu Kayo Me Baba Subu Kayo Me Baba Anuratu Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Barayet Sarva Karma Susa Me Zidami Yam Guru Hum Banzara Baba Maya Samaya Sadhu Banzara Sadhu Samaya Manu Balaya Banzara Sadhu Dino Badi Chadu Me Baba Yo Me Baba Subuka Yo Me Baba Anuratu Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Barayet Sarva Karma Susa Me Zidami Ham Guru Hum Ha Bhagave Sarva Tadagat Anjara Manze Manjara Baba Ma Samaya Sadhu Odin Dhammadachin.
So then we can offer the Dharma.
Om Kendaro Om Bi Om Sabha Shada Sarvatan Masu Baba Shudo Han Tamseki Zina Mame Domba Ni Judo Yemi Dom Bi Jingoro Xu Ye Chen Shiva De Ni Jin Semba De Den Duram Ne Me Ji Ram Vaden Jin Semba De Den Duram Ne Me Jingoro Zomba Ba Chu Zom Jin Semba De Deji Dengu Gamle Mengu Jibu Somna Zomna Nebi Ali Toba Yang Xin Jachi Be Nang Oko Ta Nari Shanga Dang Beru Mambe Xu Le Du Ze Dang Yong Su Chu Yong Su Kama Den Du Aye David Jinkor Kachu Zu Du Ten Yi Den Tu Dur Jing Mo Pong Jian Sen Ba Om Karabe Ngo Mara Karabe Hong A Gi Gi Zo Jin Ko Cho Du Ba Cho Le Wong Zhu Be Long Yu Me Ba Jin Nang Xu Lang Pa Da Be Yuan Da Ba Da Be Xu Be Rang Ki Ni Ki Ki Wo Ze Hong Na Po Be Du Si Dang Du Zi Dang Zhi Be Kan Do Ngo A Ye Xu Wa Ni Man Chir Ka Da Be Ye Xu Wa Le Da Bian Do Tu Qu Ro A Hong Le Du Zhe Lian So Zhou Zhi Ro Jiong Nam Man Si Dian Du Pa Po Sum Man So Pa De Yue Sam Mo Yi Ge Sum Jie Du Si Gu De Tam Se Ge Zhi Ba Ra Qu Ro Om Ka Ka Ye Ka Ye Sarva Ya Cha Ra Sa Ba Da Be Da Be Xia Za Ma Da Ba Ma Ran Da Kan Ni Na Yi Man Zhe Han Nian Du Samaya Ra Jian Du Sarva Si Di Me Zhe Yatin Boma Yatin Kaza Banza Da Berwa Tan Zega Da Zha Ma De Mama Gara Si Su Kan Bi Xu Da Sa Ha Ya Ga Ba Me Du Hong Bi So Hua Om Ka Ka Ye Ka Ye Sarva Ya Cha Ra Cha Sa Be Da Be Da Be Xia Za Ma Aba Ma Ran Da Kan Ni Ma Yi Mam Re Ne Du Samaya Ra Cha Du Sarva Si Di Me Re Yatin Ba Yatin Kaza Banza Da Berwa Tan Zega Da Zha Ma De Mama Gara Si Su Kan Bi Xu Da Ba Du Hong Bi So Hua Om Ka Ye Ka Ye Sarva Ya Cha Ra Cha Sa Be Da Be Xia Za Ma Da Aba Ma Ran Da Kan Imam Ba Ning De Zhe Han Ne Du Samaya Ra Cha Du Sarva Si Di Me Re Yatin Ba Yatin Kaza Banza Da Berwa Tan Zega Da Zha Ma De Mama Si Su Kan Bi Xu Da Sa Ya Ga Ba Me Du Hong Bi So Hong Qiu Song Xin Qiong Ta Dang Lu Ji Zhen Bo Kan Ru Sum Qiu Zhen Ye Dang Ma Lu Ku Jie Dan Ji Jiu Ji Dun Man De Ye La Ne Jiu Da Qiang Ku Jie Jie Xie Dang Wang Qiu Dang Bei Tang Cha Dang Ge Ba Dang Wang Qiu Jie Qian Gui Tong Zu Xie Dang Jie La So Lei Jie Ngo Zhuo Da La So Ru Tang Jie Da La So Ngo Zhuo Gong Jie Ge Ji Su Zhen Yin Xie Dang Ni Na Dang Dang Ge Na Xie Wa La Za Ma Lang Yin Dang Ce Ma Ngen Qie Tian Ngen Ba Ban Tu Ji Tian De Xian Lu Lei Ba Zhu Na Xian Chun Bia De Lei Tong Jun Zhuo Ba Tang Yi Dang Zhuo Ba Gun Zhuo Qiu Kandana Pusurbe, Sanga Samo Chugala, Yanondawa, Mawe, Tata Samchi, Shan to Shin, Kide Galen, de Jun, Dorje Kajan Ramberbe, Go Sevaja, Ke, Choro, Sumbane, Hong, Bi Umra, Hong, Bi Umra, Nabayanja, Nabaya Hong, Bi Anayaho Bangamazar, Bazara, Chara, Hong, Bi, so water, Dorje Saye, Watamji, Dorje, Rawa, Chava, Ding Samji, Dorje, Corolla, Jetanji, Barachorwa, Sam. Wasn't it that Zonko should those on the gates of Vajrayogini?
So now we can think that we have entered into the sphere of protection. We've dispelled the obstructing forces and established the sphere of protection.
What I did also that the one say that you don't tell you what you can on to Zondo. Because then one take a one tell a good river cushion on Drake to Beres one she carsena. Hobe one then a Jerem Gumba. Jerem Gumba then a Jerem Tarchimba. Lu number tower. That would be good. Watch out.
So the
Jerem Gomne, Jerem Comte, the Jerem Combat and Tarchimba, Lutpa number Tane. That would be good chores on Jurianum. There's only until then, Lam de Dumola, so the Telugumia, Tecumne Pantarchine, Tengat, Panabartava, Ye Loncho Topico, Don Drovia. What one Sumpate, one Sumpa, Tecum what are the Lungai is some Tensari, Chazet Chimbo so Gomne, then Tarsine, Lungai is some Tabata, one some Peshivan, the one on this Sarida, or Yemi Tane, then when you can do that. Or Tensat, they would Jadanta, so Lord, you know, wants to go on to go some to number Tane, they go some another good shears and I think one drop to ya. Or that's a look, the younger is. Or to resume your Sarova. Once the digitancy hold the bed as a once in a Yamnesia, so one get Charava. One top the one. The cheese in the Ropachin Lamga Galicava, the tree big channel. The long, the not long, the song the exams. Or one long cheese at the Damaton to hit that in Sarava. What that's a cheese?
So when it comes to receiving empowerment, Lord Jigten Sungren says that empowerment is really the cause for manifesting the fruition of the four kayas. This way, is for manifesting the four kayas. So the base empowerment is what then becomes the entry into practicing the generation stage, and through the development, the total development or perfection of the generation stage, all of the obscurations and defilements of the body are purified, and in particular also the channels of the subtle body, so that then one can manifest the Nirmanakaya. So this is what, it's a vase empowerment which achieves leads to the accomplishment of the Nirmanakaya. And then with the second empowerment, the empowerment of speech, then this empowers one to engage in the practices of the path such as Tumo, and the obscurations of the speech. As this is brought to full development, the obscurations of speech are purified, and this leads to the manifestation of the Sambhogakaya. With the third empowerment, then this is what initiates one into the practice of Mahamudra, and through the full development of this, then the obscurations of the mind are fully purified, and this is what leads to the accomplishment of the Dharmakaya. And then with the fourth empowerment, or the word empowerment, this is what purifies equally all three doors of body, speech, and mind, and leads to the accomplishment of the Svabhavikakaya. So in this way, purifying the empowerment really serves the purpose of purifying the obscurations of the three doors of body, speech, and mind, and through this, this really becomes the condition for fully accomplishing or fully developing the four kayas. And So the empowerment, that's why they refer to the empowerment as ripening. It's the ripening empowerment, which really, it becomes that which initiates one into the path of practice, which is the path of ripening. Then the teachings, the liberating teachings, are what support or what help to guide one in that process of traversing the path. And then the transmissions become the support to this.
Well, then, Dandere, Dada, Nazu, Wang Xue, Terwa, Dan the Maju Tada Nimbo said, and eating a chain or Maju Tada Nimbo, Yang Dong, this Yang being called by the door. Oh, tell it to one. And then Maju Tamjike, Maju Tada Yang Dong, being called by Yumka. Taking Dorian Angel, Santa Judy, Zongin Tatok, Zongin Tatok and Santas and Zongin Tatok Sadi. Judy Tadak, Yanni Sabare, Chia Sabare, yes. Dear Sanjitamchi, Jenzi, Sanjitamchi, Jiak, your Shera Parodine, Chutamchi, Sanjitamchi, Jim, Grace, Jiba, Shera Parocin, by knees, then that's what Dorjanimas, that's all you got, but saying Dorjanimando in Banda, Jidorga, and that's what the Yom Damima. Them chalk on Dorje Pamo said, oh, number don't have Mandasra, what in Richine, so Santa, good Namjo Tai, but the Chino, Dorjanimand, Dorjanimand, Sandu Gabla, Dorjanimando, Jidogan, your Dorje, Carsedamido, Namino, them chalk at Dorje Pamos. Then Santa, good Namjo Tai Bander, Dorje Pamos, that them chalk at Dorje Pomora. One day, Doji Pomotis, Della Juba so shown Tatis and that's shown Jagon Drupchö and Dramada Yoris, Drupsamna Chiet and Papa, Gaba Chu Jig and Jibas, the Gabatamji Chu Jig and Jidil. Chabda Doji, Chan, Kolong Manchu, Yemi Transition, Saha Jiesumba, Sarah and Saha. Tina Sarah Hachindu Radida. Transimba.
Della Sarah Tommy Shawari.
Transition, transition, that's a Jason was, Jason Watine, Sharawatan, Shawaratan, Goneru, Zang, Watan Garanogan, and J. Gambo Balaji by Shini Matans, whatever was my lord.
So this.
Can you hand me this? They can't hear her online. Thank you. Thank you, Lama.
So this empowerment is the profound symbolic empowerment of the hearing lineage of the co-emergent mother Jetsuma Vajrayogini, and it is referred to as the profound and secret chariot of great bliss. So it says in the empowerment text, this empowerment is the heart essence of all mother tantras. The mandala of Vajrayogini, the consort of Bhagavan Chakrasambhara, of the secret highest yoga tantra, so it belongs to the category of Anuttara Yoga Tantra, and it has a depth surpassing that of all other tantric classes within the Anuttara Yoga Tantra, or secret highest yoga tantra. Mother Prajnaparamita, who is the mother of all Buddhas, manifests in countless forms. Vajratopa, Vishvamati, who Drupal Rinpoche mentioned that this is the consort of Guhya Samaja, Nairatmya, who is the consort of Hivadra, and of course Vajravarahi, the consort of Chakrasambhara. This practice, drawing from the various tantric scriptures, seamlessly brings together the teachings of the exalted transmission lineage. So first, the eminent Lord Vajradhara, who is primordially inseparable from Vajravarahi, bestowed these teachings initially upon the great Brahman, so the great Brahman being Saraha. The two-faced manifestation of Vajravarahi was then transmitted through a lineage of venerable masters, including Shawari, Kornerupa, Sangmumpa, Gardna Nin, and Lord Gampopa.
Dawan Samo Miba Zibande, Dujin Borso. Jesu, Tene Jesu Chuji Lojo, so Jesu Chu Lojo San Marbarava, the Dawan Samo Miban Zibane, Dujin Gori, Zivara Zomban, Rembarshin, Juba, Shenimi, Yeju Dance, Wataramalo.
So then, according to Marpa's Vajra songs, the close lineage of the two-faced one were imparted by the Dharmakaya wisdom Dakini to Lord Maitripa, who in turn matured Jetsun Marpa Chuki Lodro, so Marpa Lotsawa, with the profound symbolic empowerment. The sixth Buddha Vajradhara transmitted these teachings to Tilopa, who passed them to Pinjin Naropa.
Zizi Dorji Mona Marva Lota Marva Nanti Rembarjune Melareba Tapola Soba Jubarem Sinju Tenji Jimmy Rajon Tonju Tans Chebara Ninju Tenji Jimmy Wanta Mengan Tata Jimarwe Chanjo Jebe Trupto Yonji Jimmy Jizu Sheba Dorji Homba Kanjo Sat Zars Waterharas.
So the teachings were passed from Tilopa, they were transmitted directly from Buddha Vajradhara to Tilopa, who then, of course, imparted them to Pinjin Naropa, who then passed them on to the king of translators, Marpa, who then later spread, who was responsible for the later spread of the teachings throughout Tibet. The Siddha who is also a great Siddha and the manifestation of the deity Havadra in human form, Marpa of Lodrog or Marpa Lotsawa. And then from Marpa, these teachings were then passed to Milarepa, who then passed them to the incomparable Gampopa, among others. So this is the lineage which is known as the whispered lineage of the co-emergent mother. It is revered as the self-arisen ultimate lineage. And in Tibet, Jetsun Marpa bestowed all the empowerments and core instructions of this lineage to his principal disciple, Jetsun Milarepa Shepa Dorje.
Kunso Zom Chedi, Tuxi, Toki Zencho Nam Somna, so was if now one dance. That took Zencho Som Sun, the Senatans at a Gambo Batan, Rechon, or the name Yadon, what he zoned.
Gambo Rechung Dangsu?
Gambo Ba?
Rechung.
And Namzomba, Namzomba Selo.
Nizom Gomba? Namzom.
Omba. Somna Naveke, Zavi Mijik, Jepa Sort and Chibalas. Wajibada sort of your race, and Deda, Nimbo, Santa, some of the Wanshiba, were 2 years, or that was 2 years, or that is Malabi, or not. Now some more day one city, to Tatakona Kavala, to Tatakona Jiba, Nambua Chuni, Kunin those, or Chuni, Kunin, those are the yes, what that was spoken.
So, Jetsun Milarepa, who is the father of all the cotton-clad accomplished yogis, gave this to primarily 3 disciples, like water flowing seamlessly from one base to another. So these teachings were, so actually it seems, so they were in 3 distinct sets, extensive, middling, and concise, and were given primarily to Gampopa, Rechungpa, and Namzong Gompa. Tomba. So Namzong Tomba, sorry. And While more detailed root empowerments are documented elsewhere, this specific empowerment encapsulates the secret essence of all his teachings with the 4 profound empowerments delivered through symbolic blessings. Jetsun Milarepa says in one of his Vajra songs, "Oh, how I wish to receive the profound 4-fold inner symbolic empowerment right now. Oh, how happy I would be to receive it now. Even though I have not much to offer, I deeply yearn to receive it. Even though my devotion is humble, I deeply yearn to receive it." So in this tradition, the essence of the ultimate nature is revealed to sharp-minded disciples, and the method of this this instruction, or the form of this introduction, comes through symbols. So for those who have the capacity to understand the meaning through the mere vehicle of symbols, free from any elaboration. This lineage of the profound Dharma, which matures the mind, merges with all lineages, so that it has flown into all of many different lineages, but the main source of this particular empowerment is Rechungpa. So it particularly traces back to Jetsun Rechung Dorje Dragpa, who by this received or achieved the rainbow body. And it is connected with the middling Yabyum Chakra Samvara. So there are many different versions of sadhana and generation stage practices connected with the practice of Chakra Samvara. And so this one is particularly connected with the middle length Yabyum Chakra Samvara of the whispered lineage. And so to Tomba, sorry. And this empowerment, so as was mentioned, it was passed from Milarepa to primarily 3 disciples who became lineage holders, but the main holder was Rechungpa. So Rechungpa received received the kind of full absolute transmission, whereas Gampopa middling length, and then Namsom Tomba sort of the Gongta Drupta yang So sorry, it's not really levels actually. It's more like Rechungpa received the most elaborate or extensive, or held the most extensive sadhana also for this, and then Gampopa the middling length, and Namsom Tongba, the fully, like, very abbreviated. And so it was through this practice, Rechungpa really is the primary source of this lineage, because through this practice he also achieved, as was mentioned, he achieved the rainbow body.
당내 왕한테 나가서 기타 당왕존의 마주리에 저거린도와 당왕존은 시 당보 당고가서 아무런 참대도 정보는 것이 가서 참바도 지고 나와서 대중가는 수라를 가르쳐서 뭐 사보시오 믹스지 신방 말하래 믹스지 당왕 뭐 신용으로 와서 나 어제 말도 너는 수라를 들으려서 어떻게 되는 것은 뭐지 네 왕나도 와 가서는 보고 신용만 어때네 다 당왕조 지나 다 당왕조이마 Drupchö 이런 거 지금 이제 토요일에 된다는 거 이제 토요일와
damposu
Drupchö 이런 거 스님
Drupchö
이제 토요일에 된다는 거 이제 토요일에 되네 한테 심중강화 정말 히라바디니 와나서 어다데 한테 이바 투중정 들으나 샤데요래
So as far as Drupchö Rinpoche receiving this empowerment, he received it during two occasions of receiving the Damgakso, but also in his 3-year retreat. So when His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang Rinpoche gave empowerment just to the group of their 3-year retreatants, at that time actually he had a feeling that this was like an especially profound empowerment. And actually at that time he hadn't received so many empowerments. It wasn't, he didn't, it was, one of kind of few, but he really got the sense that it was really something special. And then after that, he also received empowerment from Garchen Rinpoche for this particular empowerment. And then during the transmissions and empowerments of the Damgakso, earlier from Drupchö Rinpoche, and then later from His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche, again in the context of the Damgakso, and he also received it from Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche during the Zimjung Kawang, which was in Shravasti. So this is, again, as he mentioned, it's primarily as what's referred to as a symbol empowerment. And the preliminary at this point is to make a mandala offering. But we've already done the mandala offering as part of our opening prayer. So now we can engage in the repetitions in order to enter into the process of empowerment. So please repeat.
Tamba Jitsu
Namdang
Dorje Nenjorme Latso
Tamche La
Da Chan Seking Japsun Cheo Dala Teginije Lishe Namka Tabo Kangwar Zedu Zoro Mibara Zedu Zoro Yongsu Mimbar Zedu Zoro Shindu Mimbar Zedu Zoro Teginije Yeshe Dutse Tabo Kangwar Zedu Zoro Mibara Zedu Zoro Yongsu Mimbar Zedu Zoro Shindu Mibara Zedu Zoro. Yeah, English.
I pay homage and take refuge in the precious holy masters and the entire assembly of Vajrayogini deities. Please grant me the wisdom of suchness, vast and all-pervasive, like space. Bring me to maturity, to complete maturity, to ultimate maturity. Fill me with the jewel-like wisdom of suchness. Bring me to maturity, to complete maturity, to ultimate maturity. Fill me with the nectar
Fill me with the nectar
of wisdom,
of wisdom,
of suchness.
of suchness.
Bring me to maturity,
Bring me to maturity,
to complete maturity,
to complete maturity,
to ultimate maturity.
to ultimate maturity.
Tene tanere ma tindu yen chu to e ba dang ba ba se tindu ye.
Pacha yurea.
E ba wa ba wang ge yen go ba la lu ni dang den be mi go an de hin zo so ta ma lo han.
Gapar bardu.
Da tam zo se te vas.
Dini chichina yujumare gain sana tenda Shri
lu ke e te so lang ju ha bia. Chi do tene lu ni ya lu ni se lu ta chang bo de de ne.
So now, in order to invoke the wisdom being, in order for the descent of blessings of the wisdom being, then please sit with your body straight, with your spine straight in the meditative position, and turn the mind inward to engage the visualization.
Loma nam ki je setan do Loma nam ki je ke na so be ma tha ni me jin ko je den de ye she ma go yo so chor ba le ji su do je ne de ma go do ma mo ra de ba ki ni ma bom je wo ze ran tro ba je so mo chu kin nya be nya ma de ma o cha na bo su ho si wo ro tro to kam ma be jin ba to mo shu so kya chang ma chang ji mo lo cha zan a thang de ba下一把都是吃狗头的对吧？用吧都吧这下场，多吧都可能这把出门看这么看，当这马路这个当这这把那把那下边江面几几嘛那湖那用公别存在嘛嘛嘛那嘛那把选的，那左边不从左吧个吧几对面当然把人情况出边为那修吧是我的话是多少对，修吧是的。
Shupa, yeah, Nigian. So please meditate and visualizing that in a single moment you all transform into the deity. Upon a vibrant lotus of a lotus and sun mandala appears a red Shri. The Shri transforms into Vajrayogini with a fierce red color, glowing as intensely as 100,000 suns. With 3 piercing eyes and a countenance both ferocious and smiling, she stands dynamic and powerful. Her right leg extended presses down upon black Bhairava, while her slightly bent left leg subdues red Kalaratri. Her black hair falls loose, and her crown is adorned with 5 dried skulls. Around her neck hangs a garland of 50 freshly severed heads. She is naked, clad only in the 5 mudras. She wields a Vajra chopper in her right hand, poised downward menacingly toward evil forces. In her left hand she holds a skull cup brimming with the blood of the 4 Maras, held close to her heart. Tucked in the crook of her left arm is her Khatvanga, embellished with a damaru bell and flowing silken ribbons. Her eternal youth shines brilliantly, and she resides at the heart of a tumultuous blaze akin to the cosmic fires at the end of an era. Above her brow flickers the luminous form of Jetsuma Vajrayogini, distinct and blazing like a circle of fire. At her heart, within a sun mandala, the mantra of Vajrayogini spins continuously to the left, vibrant and red. At her navel is a red Dharma source, within which is a 4-petaled lotus. At its core is a Hri, and on its 4 petals are Har, Ri, Ni, and Sa, rotating counterclockwise. The deity and syllables channel a torrent of light that suffuses your body, cleansing all obscurations and negativities. Okay. Again, from the Hri at the center of a vermilion mandala, brilliant red light beams forth, manifesting countless forms of Vajrayogini's divine assembly, which then dissolve into your heart and the Hris at your navels. In this moment, think that you are filled with untainted great bliss. And so you can think that now all of these replicas, these emanations of Vajrayoginis have descended upon you, dissolved into and become indivisible. And the gesture of the crossed Vajra is placed at your crown to make this indivisibility stable. And so now, for both the sake of the practice and entering into the main part of the empowerment, all of the initial stages have been complete, and we have received the blessings that then enables us to be worthy vessels or appropriate vessels. So when Lord Marpa met Lord Maitrapa, he sang this Vajra song: "Please bestow the 4 levels of the profound inner symbolic empowerment. Grant blessings to ripen my stream of consciousness completely. The essence of these teachings is extraordinary." So the way of the 4 symbolic empowerments are introduced as follows. So please listen, free from distraction, to the meaning of these symbolic images. So the first of the symbols is the symbol of the bow and arrow, which symbolizes the inseparable unity of method and wisdom. And so this method and wisdom is what is necessary to accompany us at all times throughout all the stages of practice. And this is mainly the symbol that initiates us into the practice of the generation stage. So the bow and arrow represent the union of method and wisdom, much like the yab and the yum of the deity, the yab representing method, the yum representing wisdom or emptiness. And so this union of method and wisdom is what brings one ultimately to Buddhahood. So one's practice cannot be devoid of either, when it has to be a perfect unification of both method and wisdom.
다 방고 덴바데 파라 카지 좀메미바다 롱주바 주바님이 시공 미셰베다 이노스 와타디 노파텔라 방고 덴두 파텔라 카즈나 카라 카디나 사게레 상아레세 조파레세 시그마레세 와테나 이탄나서 주바 냠냐치 네카라 니미 송지니 나 송지 같이 망나서 남토 망그레 남토 같이 망도 하시게레 我听你的你们意思没别些公司意思没吧？从自己意思没吧？从我的这个你比方你嘛做不是公司是吧？意思没别些公司这边大我是。
So then the next symbol is the symbol of the sow's head. And the sow's head symbolizes the practice of maintaining non-dual awareness. So it's like the image is that of a pig, because a pig will eat anything without any concepts of clean or dirty. And so this symbolizes this freedom from subject-object dualistic fixation. When we have strong concepts of duality, then this increases proliferating chatter, mental chatter, proliferating discursive thought, and there's more delusion. And so this symbol of the sow's head represents the non-dual awareness that is free from dualistic concepts, free from subject-object dualistic fixation. So then we have the symbol, the image of the skull. So this skull symbolizes awareness of the empty nature of all phenomena, just in the same way that the skull has its empty space. It embodies emptiness through its hollow space. And so the true nature of all phenomena is emptiness, and this transcends all extremes. So the wisdom of emptiness transcends the extreme of both existence and non-existence. It transcends the extreme of existence and peace. So it's completely free of all extremes, and it is the unmistaken awareness of emptiness. So then the final symbol is the symbol of the crossed Vajra, which symbolizes mastery of the four enlightened activities, which are illustrated by these four points of the Vajra. So the 4 arms of the Vajra represent these 4 enlightened activities of peaceful activity, enriching activity, magnetizing activity, and wrathful enlightened activity. So these are all contained within the empowerment of the vase empowerment.
Kapala.
Yeah.
Do you need a spoon?
Spoon.
Ja, det då du gabara du se gabara du se ro ji quan de da du tham ji de ri song ra te song ye wang ke tong wo da gabara de du se so ke jie to xia song zang ti du lu tham ji de we ken de wan dong xia song zang wo te du te song ye wang da is.
So then you can imagine that from the taste of the nectar, when the nectar touches your tongue, that this penetrates your entire body, causing every cell to vibrate with joy. So this nectar is the substance that generates the all-pervasive great bliss.
Samaya wang ke zang wang tong de se la song wo de we mo na ba ma to ba gong xie de we mo na ba ma to ba gong ba de xie la yi wang tong da le de ba za rang yi ma zhou ba dan zi xia mi ba wo de we mo bo na ba ma to sen ta ma jiu ben na na qi gu le se du de xie la yi wang tong da le.
So with that, then we have the secret empowerment, and then in giving rise to the meditative absorption of great bliss and looking directly at the empty essence of that bliss, so abiding within bliss free of any concepts or free of thought, then this becomes the wisdom awareness empowerment. So it is the completely uncontrived, vivid awareness, free from the stain of proliferating discursive thought, which is the essence of this great bliss. So then we have the symbol of the empty palm. So this empty palm symbolizes the unborn essence of all phenomena. And then the lack of substantial nature, the empty essence of all phenomena, and then the Vajra placed in that empty palm represents the temporary arising of relative phenomena as empty display. So it signifies that although phenomena of sight and sound appear to us, they are fundamentally non-existent. So then with this snapping of the fingers, so this gesture of snapping the fingers symbolizes the equal taste of all phenomena, and in particular the equal taste of all sound. Just as sound is, just as all forms are empty forms, sound is also the union of sound and emptiness. So there's a lot of subject-object dualistic fixation that gets stimulated by sound. And so then a lot of concepts, a lot of thoughts that arise based on the grasping to the true existence of that sound. So when we recognize the lack of inherent nature in all sound, then all sounds have the same kind of equal flavor, equal taste.
그 저자 신분의 조창조 선바 유비 로도 조스다 저자 신분의 조창조 선바 유비 로도 세제 쇼그레스 그 메인자 다선 다바선 진짜 메인 탐지 메인 장다서 다선의 공탐바 뭐 초요 말에 송표사리 아니 저 진도 치고 있어요 봐
그래
맞아 아니 예산만다 어쨌든 팀만 좀 보고 있어요 저자 신분의 조창조 선바 유비 로도 그 메인자 다선 다바선 저자 신분의 조
So in the supreme abode of Mahamudra dwells the Bodhisattva Charyamati. This is simply a name, simply a sign, simply a label.
근데 이나다라서 성지 대전에 남포 시티 초대나 소원으로 와. 어떻게 뒤에 당 뭐도 야보다도지나 치랑 그 셈대 힘이 자자리스 셈코랑 뭐 초대다도지다 소원이 뭔지 생각 남포 셈티 소원으로 와. 어떻게 셈코랑 뭐 저대지 힘이 자자시 요말에 자와 템티 체대 셈들이도 된도 요말와. 요바만이 제레마세 요바만이 제레 통요 말 미바만이 컨데고 있어 미바만이 maybe 말해지 레지나 데 코라이 콘데 사마티 좋은 거리스
데 낭라도 양 데네디 숨록 낭 데네 메바
많이 알아서 메바 많이 요바 많이 제베장 마제 상지 통으로 말해서 요바 많이 어제 메바 많이 콘데 군지 셰스 메바 많이 콘데 군 사마 데레 좋은 거리스 메바 레지나 어제도 와다 들을 차리었어요. 누가서 다시 참고나 도우선에 된도 해요 말이에요. 조바 탐지 선은 소원하는 집에 조바 탐지 당주에 되래스. 나서 나야 셈니 이미 추고서 다 나서 통을 지모야 뭐 냠내 치즈 정도지나. 근데 나셈니 있습니까? 나와 셈니 예를 제도 받아. 어디가 냠내 치즈 그래스. 추지군 원성미바 뭐시바 치해스. 어디 원성미바 뭐시바 치해스. 뭐 송주미 같은 것이 그래서 어제다 메인제나 제나라 다제나 다 왕시비 통다 드레스
So then there's the fourth empowerment, which is the word empowerment, which is pointing through the vehicle of words to the absolute nature. So phenomena are devoid of an inherent true nature. Similarly, the mind is without base or root and transcends the extremes of all conceptual elaboration. So the mind, although it seems to have some existence, it is free, it is without any base or root, meaning it can't be pointed to, it can't be identified as a certain thing. So as is said, it can't be said to exist for all of the Buddhas, for no single Buddha has seen it. And yet it can't be said to not exist, for it is the source of all samsara and nirvana. And so the mind itself transcends all extremes of elaboration, and all phenomena transcends all extremes of elaboration. And so when one really sustains the recognition of this essence, then one comes to have the direct experience of appearances and mind as an indivisibility, that all appearances are in fact the appearances of one's own mind, and cannot be identified as separately existent inherent phenomena. So even though appearances manifest in countless ways, appearances and mind are one. Recognize the unidentifiable Dharmakaya. And this fourth empowerment is what is known only through these words, or through words which are in fact signs or symbols. So to fully comprehend the essence of this empowerment, it is important to engage with detailed elaborations and through explanations that illuminate its profound nature. They will guide you on the path to understanding and the fundamental unity of appearance and mind. Having received the blessings and teachings of the four levels of the uncommon, profound inner sign empowerment of the whispered lineage of the co-emergent mother, the Bhagavati Jetsuma Vajrayogini, as passed down through the oral tradition, and the complete empowerment, you should think, I will uphold and protect the Samayas and vows entrusted to me diligently. And thinking that, then you repeat. So when it comes to Samaya, there are many different Samayas that come with every empowerment. But as Garjan Rinpoche always says, it really, all the essence of all Samayas can be contained within the single Samaya of never abandoning love and compassion. So this means having love and compassion for all beings, having love and compassion for your Vajra siblings. And there's a story, he said, of in Tibet. So in Tibet, sometimes when it comes to, empowerments and time to receive empowerment, and there's tons of people, and everyone's got a lot of extremely eager to receive the empowerment, and everybody rushes, to form, a kind of like not even in an orderly single file line, but like is rushing to try to receive the empowerment, like pushing one another out of the way. And then the monks trying to create some order, try to tell people where to stand in the line, and then the people who are being moved into position by the monks, like one time they started like fighting, like actually there were some people who started like pushing the monks and like kind of fighting the monks, and so then this obviously it totally defeats the purpose of empowerment. If you're receiving empowerment and then you fight with like the monks, who are trying to facilitate the empowerment, then obviously this is not a great Samaya in the context of empowerment. So in any case, when it comes to empowerment, it's really important, not to engage in dispute or fighting. And to have love and compassion for all sentient beings, and so this is really the essence of the Samaya at all times, to try to do what you can to help and benefit others, and if you can't benefit them, to at least avoid harming them. So now there is the repetition.
Tsowo Jedara,
Kazarwa,
Teda Samchi,
Tamche,
Dagechi. Teda Wangoro Samoa Chazasibo Yiki Chijina Chabe Labor to be getting on to maybe no shoes.
So what you just repeated was essentially, Master, I will do all that you have commanded. Regarding the Samaya.
Master.
Okay. I will do all that you, the principal master, have commanded. So now, in gratitude for the profound empowerment received, known as the blessing of Mahamudra Vajra wisdom, present a mandala as the token of your appreciation.
Saje bochu joshe medo jam rila blenche nile gembade sanje shengda megde buwaye jogun namda shengdu chubasho.
Mandala
I think not.
Okay. Lu long cho range lu long cho geza ji ba na ma ji ko ye so ni su ma ji ko la ku ge bu ne che ye long xin ne long cho ba ra nyam ne de jin do ten de san de chen ji la dang ne mi ne ji ji lo ma song la da che ye jiang de ji su zo ge wa ngo wa che wo da na do an zi song wo de chi de ne yong ya de de si na de sha sa
Deni de yang da tung de jima de logo sarwa. Okay, so this completes then the empowerment. So the empowerment has been fully bestowed, and you can now receive, come up to receive the nectar.
We'll try a different mic tomorrow.
Oh, it seems so. Oh, okay.
It's really low.
Yeah, got it. I'm sorry. I have a hard time being conscious of that kind of thing when I'm translating.
tell me the background of that sometimes. He's just reading lips. He needs to read lips. I know, but I had no idea you know sign language. I don't. I'm just doing my best. So he has to do a little bit of repetition.
Yeah, maybe discover that. Okay. Yeah. This man.
So the point, the smaller side is always what's pointing toward you. So that should be pointing out, if that makes sense. So I think the other way, actually, right? Is the so the smaller size is what is facing outward, right? Yeah. And then put the red cloth. The chin. The chin is like, yeah, she was just sort of clarifying what looks like the chin.
Ya ali tubi no na je na tu hun ye jia qi ba na tu hun ye hu na za hun na hu na so ji wo ba de mi ba ju ya ha zi de chu bi chu du ji chu yong xi zi me to du ku na si chi ma me chi ja xi de ru mo la so na bi chu bi ji ram jia nam ke yin ya ba chu ma za ga ma za ba de ma za bi bi ma za bi bi am me za a lo ge ma za ge de ma za ni de a ma za sha da Sapare var argan badin bube dube alugen gende nevedi shabda badin Vajrayogini na yodo de nejor nejondo be vajro mala de madrasa Samaya manu palaya madrasa de numba de janme sudokayo me baba subacho me baba anuro me sarva simoga mazam guru sarvada thangada madar madar baba ma Samaya sado a majorvada nyama de ganya dam jiman de kun bo sabar soro de nes yana nene sodan ne jen robe ton to shona jen ni mitsi dan on to chona lebo sarzo so so chuji ne de kama ba de bo sabar juwa da sani ko sara juwa go chi ran ne de de ge no chi bo se de ba chi bo mo de oni de choro no ya so ju ne ji me ko se wara choro ke wa de nyo to da do je pa mo do ba ji man de robe dong me de wa tham chin jo men den ba ni tham je de yu ren ne jo je jian jia zi mo an bo da ha be la ye zu jian jie zhe bei mo zhe zu jiu zu le bei ban de ma na je zai xi qiu kan xi chu ji yan le le chong le he ga bian ji ji jia wo ba le bei gu xi la bian mo la ne du jie zhong ji den ba ti jiang de qian ni la ne zha xi xiu
So this completes the abbreviated empowerment, and we will then, we'll begin the practice in the afternoon. So chuzu de data chuzu chuchik dang cheka resha. What time do we start the practice?
2 o'clock.
Oh, chuzu niba. So at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, we have a little bit of time, so if people would like to ask some questions. But if any of you are joining from Asia and it is getting very late, so please feel free to just go to sleep now, and we'll. But for anybody else who has some questions, we can have a little bit of time for question and answer.
One online, they're asking if there's a lung today, or do we just get it with practice?
Lung.
Dering long naya. So he can see actually right now how much he's able to chant through with the remaining time.
So with this form of Vajravarahi, the Drupchö was down, but it wasn't the striding one, right? It's the one with the leg up.
Dini di pena de katwanga yorwala. Dini di yang mar tingi yore. Dini rewe. Dang dinda de chitang. Wait, I didn't understand what your question was.
So
exactly.
The Drupchö was down, right?
Yeah.
Is it our normal form of Vajrayogini, or is
it's Kachuma?
It's Kachuma.
Yeah. He said it doesn't really matter because, there's so many different manifestations of her that, they all are different versions of the same thing.
But not the Rechung, or which
but
one
Rechung
is it?
Didn't Kachuma. Oh, actually, in the Rechung lineage, he said there are a lot of variations, so it doesn't actually matter. There's not a difference. They're all the same. But that's what it was describing, was the Kachuma image in the text. So he said, however, we just were told to meditate free of subject-object dualistic fixation. So when we get really hung up on details like this, then it kind of takes us out of that. So we can sort of not engage with those.
Yeah, okay. Tambo Benjen Narobe, Polari, Gombara Jurmarba, Rosadi Niji, Narsu, Marabala, Chijuji, Karuni Judi, Chu de Rai, Zone, Duje Pamo, Jurunga, Duma, Hangan Jimeke, one Setere Jigola de Negorobe, Lamiku, Son, Tuji de one. Damma Zo Paranane, Tubaga, Xie Chawan, Duja, La Jiji, Chinazu, Tajisu, Churwani, Zone. Tajur Marabalo, Loza, Jisu, Melare, Ban, Kandu, Ninju, Dama, Chodu, Jimbe, Humba, Kanju, Sudu, Yu, Bing, Senam, Zu, Dang, Damana, Laji, Yuri, Xie, Lama, Yedan, Bon, Zune, Union, Xine, Wang Dang, Dang, Zobara, Nama, Jigambo, Melare, Pie, Tomana, Jibe, Tusu, Jisu, Jie, Marje, Wang, Jura, Namna, Kumachu, Bame, Denjer, Siwa, India, Ranki, Loji, Sidura, Jingor. 你就成都了也经过了点呢，都是朋友前两天呢，望他们让他们去做，把他当的七八分钟你就给，让你单位就是都是呢，就是嘛，那几班的呢，都是像那这边那边的，都用的我们一把一当，所以说那个就把他们接头当娘子先把那个跟娘头进去对去，把你把心里去。年就把今年这对就别像前个去完了，同你把对门给把样，我给推说推出说你说没把他对面别多些年就是马骑跟对推南球当这都是这马热的看过给讲究身当点别他这我让你给解决人们个什么南球了没得我们看着了我们说爸爸学的是我们说爸爸学的话东北港的农民都记得对今年改变的这个那么没人们被学的都是个当的不太像啊我有没把这那么学个就从我这些都是就是他们没都是接触了我们啊朋友连中就别钱那些都是往给让的人那给让的那些托都让我通了亲戚了吧过来都是托了先生我们看到了红皮我们说爸爸学的是我的说爸爸学东北人的而且特别难对种红莲就用写字没错的可能是直接写字了我就别的那些直接写字容毛节规章确实的东西刚都这那就是马上看到从几百几些确实上面家我们在二岗嘛在第一天就把定不别对别路跟的那位晓得说或者叫那个说恰当的把它签了真的我都都嘛期间我们看着这些我们说爸爸学的是我们说爸爸学的东北人的农民推荐的现在变得去看那么多别他们不学的都是啊那个在里想眼前路有没把这样学习可能就从我一些都是叫他们也没都是叫做我们看也是吧在不得别现在我们这看呢们这那是什么样的监督也挺看着不在这个这么的妈个岁数刚必须的啥也干不的红皮说话我们求出心中我求出心中还当的尤其是不就不他现在也当尤其他积极慢慢看着说就特别这么的现在呢就到他去享受这边中个现在的吃了那些说把它做间都说了间中呢也了都是马上杀了头了呢送回来去我们看着这些我们送办的红皮我们这样那红皮我们这样那白样啊那我们个本子红皮我们是红皮啊的就红皮啊的我在这出都这些些了过着茶瓦当那这没碰完了咱没把它这过他们那几个节这我来说我们的那本子把这边的我们在这个了我边在那边在了我边在那边的那我边在学了做了正三章我们在做了那那个我东南的全把这些讲着那么想着那么就300年上去就当给对大队当年就是讲说宁波企业我了大花的当年就是去连送去新接把写了明天当街别总别身边同队呢上街对那件左边上街左边写连送了街新郎的让些都呢我一从呢让些那么大都见呢就是嘛不管他别讲话人啊当干嘛他还东西嘛所用一些那么大身把身边朋友们进行动的用手头我们这是把这的学的是吧的嘛这是的学都是工的基本上本地的呢都是些什么冬天都钱他的钱其中都是经济推开来的天红一家嘛的我出去上街抢钱都接我最近前两年我就让给上我学的这工作一定得把从我们在这个什么样的把 Herogadino Badi Chanjo me Baba Sudo Kayo me Baba Anurato me Baba Sudo Kayo me Baba Sarvasiti me Baris Savagan Suda Mesam Yanguru Ha 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 ho Bangavan Sarvata Tanga Tamandar Man Bandar Baba Manzar Hombi So the chain the Dursim Hine the Jataje was a garbo to do Rana Terani Dujene and Juroma Sive to get someone was there Dujene Yama Gayu Amazon Jansen Dango and Dujin Jan or Kanki Gijin Namarin Janda de Duji Yabina do Herogabi Boji and another Jewan de Japan and do Duji Pomodan do Niki Samode Chum Niki Laninki Samo de Chum Namoji made the Chum Sarvata Tanga Sapareva Argambadi Bibi Alogan and Neve shut up but is a so been the unmeta but the Megan some Samaya on Sarvata Tanga and Ragamada Sova Emma Juji de Tomiki Yam Barasha Gonsona Dajan de Bamake Suya Rugina Sanji Chanjo Yizon Sanji Juno Sonjola Chanjo Water Dajan Raja Tonya Roja Sanji Sanjo and Siena Rola Pinja Sanji Barasho Nelson and Azurada Sujo de Vajan Poran and Helian Simina Jersey de Robala Sura de Zenoja Foran and Kajona Robala Sura de Suju and Amata Sayuna Sura de Nosan Hashim to Joy Foran de Sanya Jan Sola Sura de Jing for Jitancia, Namashiva, Ancho to Mumura, Zara to Zora Sura Sujin Rana Tembaracho, Sani, Gomba Sabachan, but the Nikian. Chene Tamagawa, the Sintian, Daniel Somachi, Neaton, Baraji, General Omsaban, Huda Sarvadan, Super, Mother Huda Sarvadan, Yoga Huda Sarvadan, Yoga Hudo, Somaji, Jam, Shiving Majison of the Chunam, Dunam, Chuna, Shiving Maji, Sunzi, Dubi, Jonaton, Bani, to the Shisa, Rava, Rava, Kurda, the Java, the Jerone, Human Kolo, elections of what was the Chimo no Marawa, Yaji, Bumi, and so Bema, and Davina, Ramne, Maham, Norbe, Rasen, Bambi, Margo, Barabe. Go Deva, Bambies, and Wondro, Pajos, and Jan, Dejan, Dujan, and Jurukon, Langos, and do Yonder, Yanga, Shalata. Rani Durjan, and Juragondo, Mara, and Antoni, Bombies, and Saye, and Son, Trojan, was Nata, yes, Pajan, no Jaro, Tokan, Vajan, Tokan, Ucha, Chidro, Machu, Rujan, Rujan, Chaye Chego, Yongpa, Tochana, Chomo, Kajang, Kajin, Namke, Chala, Jian, Juju, Lanso, Jan, Number Shabi, Gumpian, Yongjang, Bay, Kata, Kamsong Yisu, Nambaraja, Ranu, and Barame, Show, they were Manduji, Pomon, Yuni, Monti, Monti, Chawari, Johnny Maso, Tito, Hong, Johnny, Majana, P, to his and Barashura, Nature, Tamchi, Hiji, Chani, Bachigo, Cha, Yon, Torcha, Zijin, to Virgin, Toya, Chadang, Jen Somuja, Moka, Janka, Shay, Yongchang, Karjejo, Dani, Turjian, and Jerusalem, Chujum, Marbo, Deva, Rinsambi, Wondo, Choju, Javan, Kotanji, Turjin, Joma, Turjin, Jurnamba, Janzo, Mazavara, Mazar, Samaza, Mazavara, Sapare, Argam, Badin, Buve, Alogan, Neve. Shabda Badin, the Soha, the Gure, Bomi, Good, Jivara, Temple, Jula, Temple, Nutu, Some, Ale, Marbon, Timba, Temple, Alan, Tore, Chanjo, Sanjay, Juju, Menika, the Tony, Germany, Rani, Major, Jim, Jinus, Gomanza, Homba, Nina Taba, Chimba, Donna, Simje, Nanton, Jimada, Don't show us a Chukuta, Rajimo, Chimbarashi, Yoga, Shuda, Sarvat, and my yoga. To La Yepatan Yomba, Ninkar Shade, Bima, Jibi, Karachi, Yetan, Batan, Nisu, maybe another name, one. Then Baracha, one Gorba, Lanian Tuki, Sam, a Wonto on a Ringajan, Tranchuro, Bizakula, Sabarever, Argambadin, Vivi, Alogan, and Nevia, Shata, but in the Sova, almost about Agata, and Baking, Agata Samaya. She was Roba, Onkel Hara, Chitatan Bazamian, and the good of the Hala, Yachinatavadi, Tingin, Truche, Sarvata Tangata, and Baking, Agata Samaya, she be on her Gokamata, Chula, Mejo, Monketana Rani Tempara Tim Jura Tim Jura Tin Chuban Nasin Chune Rankin Samuna Chumi Ramon and Chuchi the Anchu Savada Tangan Saman Zaravara Sabare Argambati we are Alogin and Nevedi Shabdabadi Zayaso Rimajun Mizavene Himanasi Madame Madame Razi Mother Hasim Madarasim Madame Madarasa Sabrahimana Mother Dumban Zarahom PG and Chune Yoga Alaye Patone Yom P and CJ Chus of the Sanjim Jim watching as a make it on Chapter Chimbukido. And this would really never make it on my own to get the Russian, my own Kiro Narobin, my own Russian Malato. Tapo the head, Tapo the Wushun, the Hero Motor, Go to Roba Chibukido, say you Naman Hido, my own Jisu in the Yoma. That's what we done here as one of the Najan, Barre, Shit, Uma, Barre, Shimbo, Chashibala. So there's one of the Jazon and the Hido, Oma, Shi and Chu, La Rankin, Esan Chune. 非常古他那这张去的你说从这边我说现在就说就咱从也从说我们是不是那个他那人不得是爸爸一马过往些去家当这种移民娘把这项目就得让移民跟那个们那移民不公平的那去把去把那上街那些都去把我些就被从那那可能说泡沫跟这呢都就今天的嘛就是泡沫那下次让泡沫今天做些没得那个就他们 昨天他们新年没到，我自己有一件，头天给嘛这帮结束中一些，出门自己这自己就是咱们也把这那些嘛弄把这嘛，一旦我们这个都是泡沫那就新闻都被我这嘛，先就让生多人都是那就嘛一般，俺家接单把来说让你都是那就嘛这对吧？就要嘛那不个面可了个别嘛嘛不的，今可了对把嘛人他人俺真用对可了，俺得别上电当上每个。 常年人过了我在这个出跑有都这讲俺对了对俺对那天的同学是不是这么多呢？别说真的也轰屁说话，今天的推那帮人我说那学我都学上去那天面上也都没就。 我觉得也帮点帮也可换过，那些体面那的我都对那大我谁懂把你的就是今天瞬间把它下单位。 拉梁让你对嘛都有个细节强你，那就是嘛这些三八九俺都叫俺就可都嘛吃当都吃钱的，我们看到的，配门个就那么一当嘛就的，配门个当初个就那么一当嘛就得去当的就是嘛都是那个嘛说说是，谁看看着马路经常就我们在巴拉些啥巴拉，我们在阿拉的啥红包嘛，咱这个那什么要是当这些。 龙南家我都是不过都是长的，说我来求我们过来这帮这个啥帮不但这个啥把这把的，一当帮你打了卡嘿，我们啥把的他给他啥嘛啥把来啥把来把来，二刚把那个为对，阿路边个那边晓得，那他们就就这突击情况那边，身边个那东西边弄下东西，都是泡沫，都是本来都是泡沫的，都了弄下手机边几天边，都是马上下当都是钱。 配门我把它说这种，或者讲成我们大家得看了快把它啥把它二个把那个晓得把那个也说法，也讲我们有个学的是把咱们有个学都具体时间我这技术跟我的上级的，那年上班就是说把咱们今天把那让那肯定是一起把那年那天把它上了天，大家早回就把它。 香港初级有几趟的浪体内也把这些给群众能马车的，为什么忙的都是跑忙的，好有人家忙，好有人家忙我们生意忙的，忙就忙个忙，谁说的经济忙什么就着急忙就个屁的，现在头看那么说就是什么那么说讲，还是都是18个那么也来，那么那是说话为了嘛看嘛，我看这里还有个那个的，都是你妈妈是屁的，这样就有个那。 所以就是我们在二个半年不为对啊，如果跟那边现在把那说哈，半年多点看着嘛，看着半年可能就行啊，我说就这把就了，上次查的都是那么的有位，看着那么对。中间嘛到那么苏间嘛，看着前面前那对往啥的呀啥，红包有嘛人有人。 红屁嘛红街堂一块头红哈那么黑红说我看见红嘛红屁嘛红些都是样子一家就， Om a hong la ti la pen ti la do ne la pe ta nang la ni la temperature so chu cha nan do du na gu na li bu ce ju so yan da ba yan ma ke ce ju la ba wo tan de kin de be ni yin bie ti da ke ta ki ji ji su ju gu ro chu ne he ru ga mo ma ra ji ba chu ben je de ran ji ba ji chu ke wu ro ni do zo ro be ju ro je xie song ba tu song bu kang yang ke se da ba ji ding tu so zi zhang ba la yam 恰当的在前呢，将我们看到的用所包学的所有的所包学东北洋的上面，人民很少见，所见马达年轻的在所有的人们都见等的，搞把那所这样啊，都这样。我做这项啊，就是我弄有把那都用俺也的往干嘛的看，当在上面就是讲说说嘛或者嘛或者连说我们期间那都是在都连现在都有那里或者用所有的这些。 将中部都认定，技术都认定，就是泡沫呢，就得就也，他们那种那送的都是这，将中部以前的也那送别那送包工的，送的就是，从马嘎拉他那从将中他们的从就都是把也从就都是将中部，嘎都他们讲的，嘎都他们讲讲错，这啦那啦他们讲的，从就都是将中部，光我给为都他们。 他在娘家公交的街，对着他些他就是街，这个过上头就是街，刚就是往上我这不就是我们过这地方这给那咱们把了，咱们把了啥把的，刚那早不早的好些酒精所不把的，所以咱们朋友的理解都是简单的了，都也把它从那用废话点，算把我同为兄弟没跟你们这么。 在这地方，你就说些主了，人把这些成功连把不那么些小家庭也接能把了，这些出来的他们都晓得嘛，成松的对不对？这就别通嘛的啦，用把那当地龙酒家龙酒泡米的就把放那他做着你那么。 我们都对那罗棚对就想念把这些节家个体节家把这些节别能去讲我看我说的嘛的，看着就说要说你俺这些年的那两个人别说就不让别人嘛那的些别节上嘛些那就到上过节节经验把这些吧。 趁着那些做把它做，我们看也看也，什么叫在了在不得别下咱嘛，咱们这个没听不我们看也看也，位置上把那在位置上把钱给别说哈，几就经济确认去把卡做，我们在把来，哎呀，俺们那边晓得把那说，反正我这可能就是以前刚刚我这玩意，以前这玩就来想咋了都对他们他们什么这说。 那把那些他们说打的进，这个地方反正那边给人多他说现在不是错帮助就这往那们打这些，下半年也拿对点送酒，弄就是也拿，对点送酒弄就多这点钱看就拿着把给你马上去送酒那种。我管要人把这把嘿送头节钱，我这钱把这把这送钱抢他们这头就是人这边金把前面都是。 都是强王特别这些学界现象，这些当忙人亲洽把它下的呀，听着。上身他那这级别到的老们就他几把年的几呀，最多恐怕他给年纪给那就是个一个忙为多呢，忙的就是呢。后来年到为了们那偏把跟对的，估计就差会给这边就那路下的线路。 旁莫到今不是对中内让所有嘿，中内让所有乡内我接桥堂接桥把那旁莫，旁莫住在这之类的，这帮公交车交警这边住在上前前边说卡刚那个就可能那种这个那旁莫住在都是对现在这个。 你给亲那呀，见堂的把那呀，今年做了两座，给我生前他们的生前他们这样做人们有没空旁特别参加的像人啊的那个的人做那或者那的那个，这看像这边有没有的人有没给，这个听什么是别的这个。 你看，实际把什么公把人间都接触这一区，这些公司跟前区也跟着那样，往头这样把人家把是，也说土生公变自己就这啊。
多谢谢。
他弄啥东西？
So that this completes the transmission. So now we can go ahead and break for lunch.
There was one nice question. Carolyn says, if we practice the long elaborated Vajrayogini from Drupchö, is there a better chance of achieving rainbow body at the time of death?
Actually, whatever practice you do has equal potential to facilitate accomplishment of the rainbow body. Rächungpa had a lot of diligence. That's why he achieved the rainbow body. The kind of diligence that it takes to achieve Buddhahood in a single lifetime. So, you know, actually, so actually, you know, what has happened is that actually the lineage of Rächungpa is not, it was interrupted in terms of practice. So like it's still the lineage of Rächungpa in terms of empowerment, transmission, it's still alive, but it has sort of, you know, declined to the extent of that it's not really sustained any longer in terms of maintaining the lineage of practice. So of course we have like the teachings of the practice lineage overall, that is what is like very much alive, but in particular this Rächungpa lineage in terms of the transmission of practice is not maintained. And it also, you know, as it says in the empowerment, that this covers all forms of Vajravarahi. So it mentions, you know, the two-faced Vajravarahi, the different versions of Vajravarahi are all kind of contained within this single empowerment.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you. Thank you so much, Drupala.
Yeah, this okay.
China de travel chi la yana ya la yona de chest chung chung che rawala de ya de che da okay nga yang tabo de chung chung che ni ki na
kada maro jin do
kado marbo
kada maro 근데 그래 이게 인코는
so maybe to cover the mandala this would be better. It's small.
What mandala? The kapala. The kapala, not mandala.
Well,
okay.
There's a mandala on top of the kapala.
Yeah.
So maybe take that one off.
Yes. Thank you.
We had 35 on Zoom with us and more on YouTube. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Drupala.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.